Hey, everybody, it's Eddie from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan. I have some very interesting stories about Ripple and XRP today, so let's get right to it. The Ripple founder, Chris Larsen, just did another round of funding. This is the second time for a company called Elixxir. He has put in $1.8 million thus far. The last round went in on October 24th. You can confirm these numbers on Crunchbase. And this is a company that was founded by cryptographer David Chaum. Now, he is the inventor of ecash. Ecash is a precursor to Bitcoin. And ecash was an anonymous coin. It basically was used for a very short period of time when it was adopted by just one bank back in 1995 to 1998 as a micropayment system. He kind of went undercover, and this has been a stealth project. It's been in stealth mode since 2016, and it is coming back again. So the Elixxir is designed to process hundreds of thousands of quantum-resistant transactions while only using a sliver of the energy needed to process Bitcoin transactions. There are 1,500 parties interested in the company's nodes and 500 developers interested in making applications on this platform. That is a lot of developers. So I think this is very interesting. Now, let's pay attention here because there is a correlation to the recent person from Google that just started with Ripple. Back on September 19th in Singapore, this stealth project came to light. So they announced that David Chaum's blockchain is capable of meeting the needs of consumer scale messaging and payments. All right, that is a key part to remember here. So here is David Chaum. He looks like a really great guy. He is the inventor of cryptocurrency and the father of online privacy. So Elixxir is a blockchain solution that enables fast, secure, and confidential messaging and payments at minimal cost. All right, and through this blockchain, it can scale to hundreds of thousands of transactions each second. Each message or payment delivered or confirmed just within seconds, efficiently enabling use of a smartphone app. Okay, so does it sound a little familiar? Because it should. If you remember, just a couple of days ago, it was announced that Google's Amir Sarhangi joins Ripple. And Amir was the tech leader behind the Google's messaging app. And now he will focus on developing on Ripplenet. So Amir spearheaded the rollout of an RCS-based messaging app, Android messaging service, all right? And that RCS is going to replace SMS. If I can tell you in a nutshell, the difference is that SMS works on a cellular connection and RCS works on a data connection. So you think it's a coincidence? I don't think so. So the San Francisco-based startup claims that Sarhangi's experience will come in handy for building Ripplenet, a blockchain-powered global network that is designed to unite banks and payment providers. So RCS standard is poised to replace SMS. So the way that this RCS is being used right now is it's an added service for banks. It lets account holders receive an alert that a payment is due. So I think it's a perfect fit because, if you are providing these payment services to build on your core only makes sense to have these added features. So I see it as a total fit in the whole vertical that is in the payment structure, the payments and remittances environment. Don't you? I think so. All right, Japan's SBI group. They are, of course, going to develop a crypto derivatives platform. So I just wanted to remind everybody, we learned this back in July. This is an article from August 1st, and they are going to do it through acquiring a 12% stake with Clear Markets, which is a company in the United States. They are going to up that 12% stake, which is allegedly somewhere around $9 million, to a 20% stake in the future. And this cryptocurrency derivatives trading platform is catered towards institutional investors. So you can bet that XRP is going to be included on this. And the platform will reportedly allow financial institutions to trade more smoothly on the crypto derivatives market. So I just want to make sure that everybody remembers this, because we have a new announcement from SBI as of yesterday. SBI has completed a joint venture with CCC Marketing, which owns the TPoint card. The TPoint card it's been around a long time in Japan, like 15 years. It has 67 million users, if you can imagine. And so this is a capital and an alliance agreement. They will create a new company called SBI Neo Mobile Securities. People will be able, this is really creative. You know, Kitao-san just doesn't leave any stone unturned. When he wants to dominate a vertical, he really does go all the way. So people who have the TPoint card will be able to use those points to deal with or purchase financial products. So especially for young people, they are targeting the people who don't have a lot of investment experience, because 82% of the card holders are actually Japanese in their 20s. So you can use these point cards to do anything in the securities platform, which, you know, Kitao-san has had the SBI securities since 1999. It's internet trading. He really is successful in that space. They have 4.4 million accounts. And when you think about the creative concept of being able to use these points to get into the trading platforms, and the derivatives platform is coming, it's just a really interesting fit. And I want to point out one more thing on this announcement, and that is down here. This part right here. This part right here. Remember I told you how important it is for every business in Japan to be recognized officially by the government. So they form an association. And recently the cryptocurrency exchanges just formed their association. They created their bylaws. They have their articles. They were approved by the FSA, and now they are officially recognized. Well, in this particular announcement, it is stated that the association that this points card will work with is the Financial Instrument Business Association. So you can bet that when the derivatives platform gets launched, it will be a part of this association, and those points will also be able to be used in combination with that, I'm just sure. All right, so just to tell you what SBI is up to recently. Okay, moving cash within Africa is the untapped opportunity for money transfer firms. This is an article actually from March, but 8 of the 10 fastest growing migrant populations are from sub-Saharan African nations. particularly Nigeria. And these people are going out into other countries for jobs, and then they send their money back home. So from an economic point of view, the rapid growth in the numbers from Africa is of great interest. This is especially true for the money transfer industry. So remittances to sub-Saharan Africa grew to 37 billion in 2017. And these numbers by the World Bank, you can see that by 2019, it will have grown to 39 billion. So unsurprisingly, as the largest population and economy, Nigeria topped the top of that list with 22 billion. All right, so that really gives us a good understanding when we take a look at this headline that came out 2 days ago. Cryptocurrencies will revolutionize remittances and payments, so said the Quidax CEO. This is one of the largest exchanges in Nigeria, and he was recently at a remittance and payments expo, and he was sitting on a panel with Flutterware, and they are already a Ripple partner. And he went on to say that, of course, cryptocurrencies like Ripple XRP can be used to increase liquidity for remittance businesses. He doesn't see himself as a competitor, but yet he sees himself as a person who's collaborating with these remittance programs. So when he looks at how to integrate XRP and XRapid, you can get those settlements done in about 25 seconds, he says. And the payment and international transfer product from Ripple allows efficiency to power these remittances and cross-border payments using XRP as a bridge. So I am just really happy to see that this expansion in this part of the world is just going to be great for the use of XRP. Okay, wow, the FSA is not wasting any time here to clarify the use of stablecoins. So Japan's FSA says stablecoins are not considered cryptocurrencies based on the current legislation. So this is today's news, and why that's important is because they are making them exempt from consumption tax. So just so you know, the Financial Service Agency in Japan is just moving very quickly on regulating these coins. All right, on Coin Tokyo today, we learned that the 6th ranking from the CCID, which is the Chinese Center of Electronic Information and Industry Development, they have ranked XRP up 115%. If you take a look at their ranking here, Ripple XRP is now 7th. It's interesting. EOS is still number 1. Ethereum is ranked number 2, and BTS, which is BitShares, is number 3. So 65% of the ranking is based on the basic skill, and then they look at the technical level, the application level, and the innovativeness of the coin, token, or project for the rating. So that's good. XRP is moving up in the eyes of China. So, there's just too much information recently coming out of the Chinese government in regards to cryptocurrency. They are for sure going to revisit this. They just haven't figured out exactly what they want to do in terms of regulation. But when we see China get back involved again, wow, we are going to see a lot of price action. That is no doubt. Okay, I'm moving right to the fluff stories. So if you're interested in some Japanese culture, hang around. And if not, then I see you next video when I cover different news topics. Okay, In Japan, this is big news. Yesterday, the Japanese Princess Ayako was married, and she surrendered her royal title to marry a commoner. In doing so, she will still receive 1.3 million, so it provides her a, as they say, kind of a reasonable standard of living that she's used to. But she got married. Here she is with her new husband. He's an employee for a shipping company. And her hairstyle, just so you know, is in the Heian period style. And the Heian period in Japan took place around late 700s to the 1200s AD. It's a very interesting time in Japanese history. So that was done at the Meiji Shrine here in Tokyo. When you come to Tokyo, absolutely go to that shrine. It's beautiful, and you can no doubt catch a wedding. Weddings happen almost daily there. So it was a traditional Shinto style wedding. And I just want to share with you then one other place in Tokyo that is popular for weddings. This is a place called Hopple. And the reason why I'm bringing this to your attention is not to show you the chapel, but I just want to show you that Western style weddings in chapels are also very, very popular in Japan. But I wanted to point out Hopple garden because the gardens are open to everybody, and it's one of the most beautiful gardens to see in all the seasons here in Tokyo. It's in the central part of the city, and I'm just sure you will enjoy it. So if you go to a wedding, you can, of course, choose these Western style chapels in Japan. This happens to be the one at Hopple. If you're more a traditional person, then they do have this venue, which is more appropriate for a Shinto style. But this is really the reason you want to go visit, because this is an example of the gardens. And this would be now. This is what it looks like now. And all the leaves are just turning beautiful colors and a lot of fire maples. You can see here, you can take you through the different seasons. Let me see if I can move myself up and get this to move a little bit. So this would be a summertime view. That's summertime again. This is a nighttime cherry blossom view. In Japan, at nighttime during the cherry blossom season, they always light from the ground up. So you can have a really wonderful, beautiful stroll in the evening. This is a daytime cherry blossom view. And on occasion, you can get a snowtime view. Doesn't happen often, but usually once or twice a winter, we do get a little bit of snow. And then back to fall. Okay, and this is a very lovely picture of the koi garden there at Hopple. This was actually taken by a friend of mine. The reason why I wanted to bring this to your attention is because there are some 70 varieties of koi. And the koi fish is an important symbol of prosperity, luck, and good fortune in Japan. And there is a legend about the koi fish who has perseverance and makes his way up the waterfall. And when he gets to the top, it's a dragon gate, and the koi can transform into a dragon. So it's kind of a great legend story. And that jumping koi into the waterfall is done in tattoos very often. And during the Edo period, it was popular for firemen to have that tattoo because it showed their bravery, their strength, and their perseverance. They were very important during the Edo period because it was Edo is the old city name of Tokyo. And all the buildings were wood. Everything was close together. So fire was super dangerous. And those firemen would tattoo their bodies in symbols of strength. And the koi jumping up the waterfall was one of the most popular motifs. And then the last part of this story is this happens to be a variety called Showa. It's an offspring of a famous koi called Blue. And it's a female, and she was sold for 70,000 US dollars. And she was sold to a breeder in Thailand. And that breeder has put her up for sale. I think she's still on sale. You can see her swimming here. So, gosh, I don't know. I don't know exactly, I didn't research, but I want to say that good, healthy, well taken care of koi can last 25, 30, or up to maybe even 50 years. They live a very, very long time. So the fancy ones called nishiki-goi are very collectible and very expensive. And there you're seeing probably the most expensive koi fish on the planet. All right, everybody. That's all I have for you today. Please take care. Sayonara for now. Bye-bye.